charity.
No. Because
look, I'm not talking about the meaning in feathers. I never even talked about them. If you're going to argue that it outmeant something else rather than the word meaning or means, go ahead. I never used those words. But using the principle of charity, you should understand I'm talking about the semantic range of the word meaning or meanings.
How can that be illustrated if you don't use that word in the second sentence?
Because it's a given. Okay. Well, I've actually filled that out for you, but that's what I meant. Now, you may disagree with me, and that's fine. But I wasn't talking about the meaning of freaking feathers or something like that.
Joe, can you...
If you're going to say it's ambiguous to say that, well, he wasn't talking about the semantic range of the word meaning, then you just obviously ignored, my own response to you.
So these guys have been at it for over 40 minutes, and I told them that their argument needs to be typed out. It was a syntax issue, and that they could clarify it that way, but they keep on using audio recordings and denying it's the case, and now one's referring to one word, and the other one's referring to other words, and one's talking about the range of one word, and the other one's trying to pin them on things, and it's just nonsense shit show. Back to them.
Right. What's the principle of charity? Tell me the principle of charity. Tell me the principle of charity. What does that mean?
I mean, if you...
Here, let me recite it for you.
If you misspoke or meant to say something else, I mean, we could be charitable about that, but...
That's right.
Even in the recording, you go on to say, no, I specifically said the word, whatever it is. But then,
I think this guy's a really good troll, to be honest. It doesn't seem to be trying to make any kind of point at all. He's just trying to be confused.
Why am I a troll?
That's the first question.
Listen, it might be a job for you.
The principle of charity is interpreting your interlocutor's interpretation of the text or their statements in the strongest, best light possible before making your criticism. That's what the principle of charity is. Maybe you don't know that that's the case. So I sort of took it for granted.
Alright, so in the second
example,
in the second sentence, you didn't use the word meaning, but something in the second sentence was supposed to mean meaning, but we didn't recognize it as such. What was that word?
Right. So I sort of took it for granted that you would know what the principle of charity was and would actually
answer his last question, please.
I'm employing it now.
No, you weren't. Otherwise, you understand that I'm talking about the semantic ranges.
Could you tell him what words you were using substituting for the word meaning in the second sentence, please?
Yeah.
If it asked me 5 times.
Right. Which word was I substituting? I didn't substitute anything. Wow. Yeah, I was talking about the semantic range towards the point of the word meaning.
So how did the second sentence relate to the semantic sentence? How did it relate to the semantic range of meaning?
It's actually really weird for me because today I'm so caught up in what I want to say. I'm caught up in the spirit of things, and I didn't want to be brought down into the brambles of this kind of conversation, just into this complex net of misunderstanding, which I don't know. So here I am, but I'm going to paint a little bit, then I'm going to shoot some photos of some stuff, and anyway, back to these guys. Thanks for listening.
Right. You're destroying. Now, what in that second sentence had to do with the semantic range of meaning?
Right. I took it for granted that some person...
No, I'm asking you. What in that second sentence... What in that second sentence had to do with the semantic range of meaning?
Yeah, I took it for granted that you would understand, because it's quite literally a parallel to verse 1 though conveying a difference in tactical meaning in a different way. It's purpose-result clause, basically.
Guys, it gets worse.
That you would understand. I mean, it's like a parallel.
Guys, it gets worse. He adamantly denied that he didn't say the word. That's why we went to the recording. I'll give you the second recording.
See, and then this guy, he hosts the channel, so he's got control. And then so slowly he finds one nitpicky thing, and then he tries to garner support so he can slam on someone, right? That's the way to vet them, right? It's part of this hardball, don't get into the fight unless you're able to take on the mob also. So I'm okay with the room. But
that's another word. So that means that
kind of like
yeah, so
instead of the river, me though.
Yeah, so let me give you a linguistic lesson here. The river flowed downhill. That means the village will be damned. That's one meaning of the word meaning. The river flowed down the hill and destroyed the community. That's another word of the word meaning. Right.
Do you have anything to say to me, Russell Wilkins?
Yeah, it's pretty clear. You can't exercise the principle of charity.
So, do you have anything to say to me?
Why does he think it's the recording? He always talks during the recording. Every single time he talks during the recording.
I'm extremely confused individual.
He doesn't remember. Every single time he doesn't remember Tom saying that in the recording, he responds to.
I have no idea how you are this confused by your own words.
Russell, the second sentence didn't contain the word mean or meaning.
That's right.
Or did he say
That's right.
But you conclude by saying that's another use of the word meaning. But see, he's saying that's right there, but before this, he was telling me that that wasn't right. That's why I played the recording for him. 4 or 5 dream layers deep. I'm
5 to 6 now.
What's the name of this guy? I gotta open up my phone and find out what it is.
Yeah, it's great stuff because we were talking about the semantic meaning of the word metanoia and repentance. There's a whole context that precedes that, but forget about that stuff.
What does the second sentence have to do with the semantic range of meaning?
But listen to his recording. There's a whole context. I was talking about the fact that words have semantic ranges of meanings. Even metanoia is used in different contexts in the Greek, whether it's Aristotle. I mean, pick any freaking literature outside of the Bible, even. They all have semantic ranges of meaning. That's where we were coming from.
just really confused as to how your example illustrated.
Sure has any relationship to it whatsoever.
Well, do you deny that words have semantic ranges of meaning?
Again, we're not arguing the point. We're arguing whether or not you're have any bearing on your point, and they don't.
Right. Okay. So okay. Let's say that my points were utterly utter failures, and again, providing exemplars. Do you agree that words have semantic ranges of meanings or not? Because that's what they were trying to do.
Everyone agrees with that. That's irrelevant.
Great. So then my examples and my failures are in exemplifying that are irrelevant, right? That's the whole point. Where the context was, what is metanoia?
See, by not knowing how to argue, he won the argument because he showed you that some people don't know how to argue by doing it himself.
But I didn't. I never presented an argument. You just asked me for some examples.
All right, so
I didn't ask you for anything. I came in here, they were talking to you, and I started laughing at you because it was funny. That's my entire situation.
Right. Okay, one way.
I don't know if you're talking to or...
One way. So your plan is something like this. Step 1, Establish something that all parties already agree with. Step 2, present either a non-example or a failure of an example. Step 3, declare victory. Profit.
Do you have a degree in psychology while you're psychoanalyzing me?
No, I don't. Why would I need one?
That's right. So, if you want to try to psychoanalyze me, I'm going to go with my PhD psychiatrist.
You have a PhD in psychiatries? What?
No, I'm going to trust the PhD, the people with educated, doctoral, edification on the matter, rather than some guy on the internet trying to utilize the DSM manual.
I don't know about you guys, but anytime I'm going to argue from now on, I'm just going to go like, all right, okay, exactly. Everything's flowing in the direction of my point, thought process.
I mean, surely you're not saying that I couldn't be right, though, right?
Of course you can't. You're not a psychiatrist. You don't.
I mean, that's not what
You mean about my psychology? Yeah, I'm just not trusting you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just like I wouldn't just like I wouldn't trust Kent Hovind telling me the Earth is young. Okay, he doesn't have any accredited, edification on the issue. When I go to doctors, I want accredited doctors to work on me. People who are educated in that field.
Do you think the Earth is young?
Your psychoanalysis is as worthless as Kent Hovind, in my opinion. I'm not going to go to Kent Hovind, to talk about biology or astronomy. In the same vein, I'm only going to go to accredited psychologists who are educated in the field to prescribe to me my psycho states, if you will.
Why wouldn't you just judge me based on what I say?
Well, if you want to go with that, why don't you just trust God when He says that He exists?
Ooh.
I mean, come on. You would ask, is that the appropriate authority, right?
I mean,
maybe it's Allah. Maybe it's the Hindu God. Is that the right authority?
So I've been muted in the server now because I darted up or I said something, and because Tom likes to pin people down and he's in the control, and I've had issues with Tom, and Tom's the more level-headed, slightly deeper voiced guy, not the higher pitched guy that they're pinning, by the way. So not that it fucking matters. I mean, fuck these guys. I mean, why am I even recording it? I don't know. Should be in monologue. Talking about how I had this amazing dream that I was with this ex-girlfriend and some other guy at a restaurant, kind of. And then this old friend's girlfriend, who has since married this other guy, shows up. And she looks great because the current ex-girlfriend, she was this ancillary girlfriend in Seattle compared to this, my primary first girlfriend in Seattle, who shouldn't have been my girlfriend at all. The primary one, neither should have the ancillary one become an ancillary girlfriend. But nonetheless, it was with this ancillary girlfriend, and she looked weird and gray and odd and just a little awkward. But that didn't so much matter as the fact that then when this woman walked in, she walked in this kind of like just off-white, like tight skirt, kind of like a light waist belt, and just kind of very in shape, and she always had this weird kind of really poppy, kind of dorky but very intelligent personality about her, and but always kind of just like would sigh and like state things like, yeah, that's, just kind of very matter-of-factly, but she was also, I don't know, it was just weird in the dream because she showed up and I stood up and I wrapped my hand around her waist and she kind of held on to me, and we started descending into what seemed like almost like subway stairs, descending into a subway. But down there was more like an internal concert venue, but wasn't so much about the concert. It was more like a dance floor, like a mingling kind of more like, it wasn't about the band. It was about the dance. And then we started to dance a little bit, and that was great. And I was so impressed that I could walk downstairs and then I could dance. And then it was weird because the band was like flashing their name, which now I can't remember what it was. But then she, like, her feet were bare at one point, and then she scooted off like this surreal womp out interacting, but she was like saying stuff like, man, I should have married you, or something like that, like, why didn't we get married, type of thing. And then she was mingling with these women, and then there was this woman on the side, this brunette woman, because the woman I was with was this blonde, kind of slender one. There's a brunette woman on the side, and she was like tempting me by shaking her boobs in her shirt or something like that. So I was getting distracted, but then I looked up and all of a sudden the woman that walked down with me was like topless and like kind of floating up above the people, almost like this weird kind of hovering thing. But it was just so like weirdly pleasant. It was so like vivid. It was this very lucid dream. It was absolutely fantastic. Anyway, so I woke up with that, and it just had me, like, and I wrote to her about that immediately when I woke up. I just like told her about this dream, and said minus the you were topless at the end. I don't know why I kept that out of it. I just kind of kept it kind of clean, but wrote to her, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't talked to her in a couple of years, really. And, but there was just this drive, like, what am I doing? Like my heart's witching stick, so to speak, it's having a very difficult time, like, trusting the universe, almost like I manifest, it's full manifestation of moving forward your mind and your efforts towards everything, including love and relationships. And yet I've passed that kind of youthful Rubicon. I think, like, in my mind, I'm trying to figure out what's holding me back from certain relationship self-castings, other than I've had the chance to not just fall in love, but maintain and dedicate to somebody, and I just haven't done it, or the circumstances haven't yielded it, or I've been kicked away from less than ideal situations that I wasn't able to put up with. And so lately I've been having this weird kind of I don't know, like, just these vivid dreams that are kind of have this, like, putting myself in a existential space, and instead of like floundering through eating and cooking and day-to-day things, you're getting caught up in the mesh of these kind of internet dialogues, or even painting, right? These are just like functional distractions away from some greater overarching soulful goal or destiny that I'm obviously watching reverberate in me. And yet I don't want to fall into some weird non-movement, which ironically enough, these seem to be occurring more lately when my physical mobility is much more suppressed. Anyway, and that's, I don't know. I Should have just kept the video with the dumb title that I had and let you guys listen to that. So I guess I will, because I think it's all tied. So maybe somehow the conversation's migrated. Let's see.
That he's more qualified to talk about alien biology than he's talked about alien astronomy.
Oh, okay. So he's actually an astronomer studying biology on other planets.
I never said anything like that. I said, why
that's
does he?
the problem.
No, the problem is you're not understanding words I'm coming out of my mouth. Right? Why is he Why is he not qualified to talk about alien biology? When you're saying that he's not qualified to talk about alien astronomy.
That's not his. There's a different field for that. It's called astronomy.
No, it's not.
Yes.
I studied astronomy. We don't study alien biology in astronomy.
Okay,
we study stars, planetary evolution.
Right. Okay. So when you study astronomy, so do you have a PhD in astronomy and biology?
So you don't have one of those.
Of course not. Right.
No, you asked my question. Does who have a PhD in both?
Right.
No. Does who have a PhD in both? Me or Dawkins? Is that what you're asking?
No. What I'm saying is that you have a PhD level for all of these different categories. Is he a PhD in astronomy?
I'm asking, why does he need one?
Because that's a different category of science.
Right, he's talking about biology. So when I say alien biology, what part of alien biology requires astronomy?
Yeah, astronomers aren't talking about biology. They're talking about...
No, you didn't answer my question. What part of alien biology requires a degree in astronomy?
I'm not even sure what you're asking. I mean, at this
point...
If
you want to be qualified in talking about alien biology, what would be the best astronomy you need to know about?
Probably physics and astronomy. I would guess those would be the best.
Just create a circular argument. Why though?
Well, what's wrong with circular arguments?
What's wrong with circular arguments? What's wrong with any logical fallacy? Well, what are you talking about?
Are you using logic to argue about logical fallacies?
I'm using logic. So what? Right. If you make a circular argument, you're talking nonsense. You're not answering my question.
No, you're not answering my question.
When you
go to the doctor, hold on. When you go to the doctor who has a PhD, right, in medical anatomy, do you request the doctor with astronomy, or do you want a person with anatomy?
Right. Are you making a logical argument now? I know you're conceding that we are using logic, right?
No.
You're making a logical statement, right? It's either or, right? Is that right?
No. Either or is not a true disjunction.
So we're not using logic. Okay, so I can say whatever I want without having to justify, right?
No, that's not true.
Or is that a logical statement you just made that it's not true that my statement?
No, either or can be conjunctions or adversatives. Do you want to go?
So we're agreeing that we're going to try and use logic here. Is that right?
Yes,
right.
We agree on logic.
Argument is that illogical?
Yeah, it is.
Right. So stop making circular arguments. So let's go back to my question.
Right.
So when I ask you, in order to understand alien biology, what part of astronomy do you need to know about? And then you say you need to know about astronomy. That's a circular argument. I want to know what component of astronomy is a necessary requirement to talk about.
Do you want a logical answer from me?
Yes, please.
Great. Is the PhD in astronomy logically identical to the PhD in biology?
No. So is the component?
There you go.
I'm not. Right, I'm not saying such fucking fallacy composition. I'm talking about what component of astronomy. Right, your claim is that you cannot have any component of aliens unless you've got an astronomy degree, and I'm asking you why.
No, that's not what I said.
I'll be back in a bit. How is this hard to understand? What component of astronomy? Is it planetary physics? Is it temperature physics? Is it solar physics? Is it chemistry? What part of it?
Yeah, so now you're breaking it down into categories.
That's what we do with human language, right?
Yeah.
So we got that part. So I'm asking what category of astronomy?
That's a beautiful usage of the logical law of identity.
That's great.
And
the sky is blue.
astronomy
Okay,
is
so can we stay on topic?
not
I want to stay on topic
as
because
a biologist with a PhD.
Right, it's taken like 5 minutes to answer the question. It's a very simple question that you seem to understand. Do you understand the question because you talked about categories, right? So let's back up. Let's go back. If you're talking about aliens, okay, alien life, not alien technology, alien life, and you say you need to have some sort of qualification in astronomy in order to talk about that, and I'm like, okay, fine. What is the category within that field of study that you would need to know about to talk about alien life?
Well, it's not so much that a person cannot naturally talk about it. It's that I don't consider.
We're not talking about whether they can say the words. I'm talking about what qualification to talk about it in an authoritative manner.
Right. So we're utilizing the law of contradiction, not the law of non-contradiction.
I know what we're doing. We're talking using language.
We're making distinctions now, right? So
I understand what logic is. Don't feel like I've got to be explained what every single thing is as we go along.
Right, but you're asking me a yes or no question and ignoring distinctions.
No, it's not. No, it's not a yes or no question. It's asking of a set of within the field of astronomy. There's a set of subjects within that field, and I'm saying which member of that set do you need to be to knowledge of in order to be qualified to talk about aliens?
Well, naturally, anybody can talk about.
Yes, but you're talking about being qualified to talk about it.
Yeah, Alex Jones can talk about alien life training.
Yes, so why can't Richard Dawkins talk about it? If Richard Dawkins can't talk about it, why can Alex Jones talk about it?
I'm asking about the actual authorities that appropriate authorities. That's what I'm asking.
So back to the question: what makes you an authority on alien life within the field of astronomy? What subject matter that you study would make you as an authority on the matter of it?
Sure. Me? No. What published peer-reviewed papers does Dawkins have talking about alien life?
He's got an entire book talking about it.
That's right. Okay, yeah, he's got an entire book? Which one?
I think it was Unweaving the Rainbow, but I have to check because there's a few number of books. It talks about the possibility of what alien life might be like.
That's fine. Alex Jones and Richard, Sitchins, these people have books on aliens, right?
Right, just having a book on it, I'm sure, but we're talking about why is an authority?
What's this peer-reviewed paper on aliens?
I don't know. Maybe he's got one, maybe he hasn't. But is that why is it an issue? If we can't, if we're talking about why is it the authority, you're arguing from.
I'm asking about accurate detail.
No, I've seen what you've done here. You switched from being qualified in the subject matter to having published something, right? So we switched to so Richard Dawkins can't talk about it because he's not had any peer review on it. So now maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. But if we're going to assume he hasn't, right? We're saying he has to have a peer review paper on it. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm asking you is the appropriate authority. I understand the appeal to authority.
We're trying to get to this. Look, either it's a case that you need to have a peer review paper on the matter to be qualified, or you need to have a PhD of some sort in a field of study to be qualified, right? Or both, maybe. Maybe you have to have both. But you've got to have one of those three, right? One of those three options. And I'm asking you, which of those three options are you going to put your money on?
So for example, I'm not a scientist, so I'm going to go with the PhDs in science.
Right, so it needs to be qualified.
I'm not a medical practitioner, so I'm going to go with the people in that field who have earned doctorates and accredited,
Right, so we're going back to this qualification issue, right? So let's go back to this other question I asked. So within the qualification of astrophysics or astronomy, okay, let's call it astronomy for the moment. What subject matter would you need to be qualified in within that field? Like what course would you have had to study within the subject of your degree in order to be qualified to talk?
Oh, and by the way, this new English bloke is adding to the conversation. I think I would remove the title "Dipshits" from that. And the other guy, he may still partially be a dipshit, but for the most part, he's actually pretty good. It's just that he gets himself caught in these snares, and so people are just coming down on him. It's the mob, the subject.
Yeah, where do you think the information for that subject comes from?
Well, not from biology, because
Where does it come from then?
in existence doesn't talk about life on other planets.
Right, so you're saying there's a subject matter that doesn't even exist that you need to be qualified in to talk about
That's
alien
exactly
life.
right. That's
Why
exactly
is that the case? Why can't you talk about alien life unless you've got a qualification?
I didn't say you can't. I was just saying
with authority. We're talking about we're talking about someone that would convince you, like from a PhD level.
Yeah, Alex Jones can talk about frogs on another planet.
We're not talking about Alex Jones. You've already said that Alex Jones has not got a PhD in alien biology or astronomy, right?
Exactly.
You've conceded that you need to have a degree in astronomy, right? And then you said you need to have a subject of within that field of alien biology.
Yeah,
and you've already conceded that field doesn't exist.
Yeah, you have to have the appropriate, accredited education and authority in that category.
Right, so how are we going to get a field of study within the category of alien life if we can't actually go to an alien?
Yeah, it's not going to come from Earth biology, which is Dawkins.
Right, so where's it going to come from?
It's going to come from physics or astronomy.
Why physics? Why astronomy?
Because they go beyond this locale.
How do they do that?
Well, find me a biology textbook that talks about toads on another planet.
I'm not talking about biology. We're talking about physics and astronomy. You said that you need physics and astronomy to talk about alien.
I'm telling you because of the impossibility of the country and the biological field itself on this planet.
You're framing your argument, but you're not making it sound.
Stargate.
I'm asking you.
Let me
I know. He's being annoying, but an idiot.
I'll give you a little history, right? I told I told Russell that, that's his name, Russell. I told him that I thought that his wife either collects Beanie Babies now or has in the past. And he said he would not accept my psychoanalysis because I don't have a PhD in psychology.
Right. I think I actually heard that part of that conversation when Seth was talking about Beanie Babies or something. Right, yeah, okay.
For the record, she did collect Beanie Babies.
Right. Going around in circles, and yeah, it's quite obvious.
Yeah, and some people tell me they're just sure they're going to win the lottery, and they do, and therefore they knew it, right?
Are you like on drugs or something? Have you gone into a precept meeting and they've just stoned a spade in the back of your head or something?
No.
Because I feel like that's kind of like the hazing initiation for precept these days.
I do have to make precept a spade. I've never presented an argument. I'm just saying.
You've presented several arguments, but then decided to go off on one.
Which arguments have I presented?
That you need to have a PhD in astronomy in order to talk about alien life.
You gotta be an alien biologist. You gotta be like educated to the same school as
Not at all.
You've got to have a degree in astronomy, and within that field of astronomy, you've got to have a subject matter of alien biology. But you can only have that subject matter if you've actually been to an alien planet. You can't use biology to talk about alien biology. So therefore, there's a subject matter that doesn't exist.
So I get you.
Russell. I know Matt Slick has a master's in what do they call it, divinity or something like that.
Okay.
What's the biblical degree called?
Yeah, the MDiv.
Yeah, do you have one of those?
No.
Do you have any degree in it?
No.
So why should I listen to you about God stuff?
That's right. So why should I listen to you about psychoanalysis, theology, science?
That's fine, right? So you're agreeing with me that I should not listen to you about religious studies.
Right. And I agree with you. Since you don't have a degree, I shouldn't listen to you.
I don't have a view.
So it's all opinion at this point, right?
But Russell, you're forgetting that I don't have that view. I can listen to whoever makes sense to me.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm here. Like I said, when I present any...
You specifically said you weren't going to listen to me solely based on the fact that I don't have a PhD in psychology.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, that you wouldn't listen to him or someone talk about...
No, what I said...
If they don't have a PhD in that.
Okay, if you want your uneducated neighbor to to abort your baby, next door in your apartment rather than going to the doctors, I mean, feel free.
Ridiculous, right? To start off.
Yeah, that's a good reductive ad absurdum. Nobody listening.
Now you're saying that I'm going to be going to my neighbor to get.
No. The point is, you wouldn't apply that standard in other fields. But first off, I never even presented an argument. I've never presented an argument. You want to know what an argument here? It's a set of premises leading to a conclusion. I've never given you a syllogism.
Silly.
Yeah, they're funny. Syllogisms.
I mean, I don't think you've rendered a syllogism in that way, yeah, but I mean, an argument doesn't have to in that form.
Right. If you don't think proper credentials are in order, I mean, fine. If your wife gets sick, take them to a faith
Order for what?
Take them to a faith healer, right? Rather than the doctor, I guess.
Why would I do that?
Oh.
Because,
So to cut it back to my story, my video, if you guys are interested in their shit. And then the other thing was, after I typed this message to this woman that I had the dream about, then Canada sends me some Katy Perry video of a dance scene that was kind of approximating this weird characterization of dance that I was seeing in my dream, like that kind of degree of a loose, loose dance style, like as fairly close as somebody without using a 3D animation could maybe approximate my dream. I don't know why I'm mentioning that, other than it seemed to feed in everything. Everything feeds in to the next, and now things are not clumpy in terms of how they feed in the future. They're just cascading moment to moment, and echoing back sense and reflections, and so it doesn't matter whether or not I'm dreaming it, or if it's in my empirical world or my media world, or syntax or symbols, in anything. It's all just one big bottom boom, practically. Even though I can't, there's some things that remain in the mundane and arbitrary, like, oh, I'm highlighting a thumb. Does that have something to do with the highlight on my thumb? Or are these guys going to say something dumb?
The entailment is a description
That's
that,
copy.
So-and-so shouldn't be trusted on X, Y, or Z because they don't have a PhD.
Yeah,
right. And then you agree that you ought not be listened to in matters of religion. Right, but the problem with that is you don't have anything to do with doing an internal critique.
I don't even think you know what an internal critique is.
Yes, I do.
Because you just would have asked me for clarification on what I meant by that, which you didn't do in the previous examples. But here, let's start here. No, I said I trust proper credentialed authorities as being more reliable on the matter. I said that very clearly.
Yeah.
Very clearly. I'm not a scientist. I have to rely on scientists.
Implicitly agreed that you should not be listened to when it comes to religious matters.
Subjectively, sure. Right. I'm not an authoritative figure on it. Right? I don't have any PhD on it.
Right. So you engage in apologetics and then make a declaration that you should not be listened to.
Absolutely.
Apologetics.
Absolutely. And you engage in atheological apologetics, even though you don't have any degrees in theology either, right?
I'm not an atheist.
Okay. Well, atheos could mean without belief in God, right? Lack of belief, or positive belief that there is no God. So agnostic or positively.
I'm just gonna show you how disingenuous you
So,
are.
so,
Right?
so, so
Like,
let's.
I'm just gonna show you. So let's say I'm agnostic. What degree would I need? What degree would I need to engage in agnostic-related discussion?
No, I want to ask you, what exactly is your right?
You answer my question first.
No, I already did. My view is right that I'm Russell Wilkins, living in Phoenix, Arizona, a Reformed Calvinist of the presuppositionalist strength. I already told you my worldview. What is your worldview?
No, my question was, if I'm an agnostic,
Right.
what degree do I need to engage in agnostic-related
None.
discussion?
None.
Cool.
None.
5:06 a.m.
Oh man.
Right.
I keep calling for group
Just like
suicide.
nobody has to be a comic book artist to read Stan Lee's comic books. So what is your worldview? What is your position?
So I knew something would relate back to our
Okay, are you a Huxleyan agnostic? As in nobody can know if God exists? Or are you a lactheist in the sense that
I don't
well,
consider
I'm
lactheist to be, well, I guess it's
Right.
kind of agnostic.
I mean, there.
No.
That's funny.
But here's the problem, because it seems like you want to engage with me on a religious discussion, but you've explicitly told me that I ought not listen to you about religious matters. So
Yes.
if you want to retract that, then I'd be perfectly willing to further engage with you in this discussion.
Yeah, so if you want to engage me on the agnostic discussion, then I guess based on that standard, you should never engage me.
I don't have that standard.
Well, you utilize that standard against me,
That's because you said that was your standard.
but that's your standard to even raise that standard.
What?
Yeah, that's the problem with transcendental arguments, right?
I mean, that's raising that is just performing an internal critique.
Yeah, here's the internal critique of lactheism. Based on the inadequate evidence of everything that I've presently been...
Hold on a second. Before we
I'm going to explain it to you.
Before we engage in any religious discussion, right? Religious-related discussion.
Right. Yeah.
Look, I don't want to proceed any further because you've told me explicitly that I should not, I ought not listen to you on matters of religion.
Right.
So if you want to retract that, I mean, I'd be more inclined to do it. But
right, and you're conflating that context with this context. So I don't know if you know what Semitic totality transfer is. These are word fallacies. You've transported that word and then made it equivocal across the board in all domains and contexts.
which word?
Yeah, specifically, well, not so much the word, but the concept of authority, appropriate authority, because that's what you're pinning your skyhooks on.
If you're saying that I'm equivocating on the word authority, how so?
Yeah. In the context of asking about appropriate authority, it was not talking about religion in the first place.
Yeah,
Right.
What do you say that?
I was talking about science, which is
No, I specifically asked you, I said,
Oh.
do you have a degree in divinity? You said no, and then I said,
right.
Ought I not listen to you on religious matters? And you said, yes, that's correct.
Yeah, one is prescriptive. That's not the same thing as declarative or interrogative, right?
I do have to admit, the guy is
What do you mean?
appearing
I mean,
kind
I
of
asked you a
dense
question.
now.
I mean, you can talk about what you think.
Where Tom is becoming more rational and less dipshitty instead of part of the dipshittery and pinning this guy. So, way to go, Tom, if you see this kind of
Authority over you. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to consider your views. It's just that I'm going to consider your views and then weigh them against the appropriate authorities.
Oh, really?
Just like any peer-reviewed journal would.
Did you consider my comment, which you consider to be a psychoanalysis of your wife?
Yeah, I do think it was engaging in psychoanalysis.
Did you consider the view?
Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have continued talking.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad that you considered my view. Cool. That's great.
Yeah.
So I guess you do listen to, at least consider non-PhD sources. That's great.
Right. Yeah, I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
But I'm definitely not going to take your view as the ultimate authority, right? If it doesn't weigh up, for example, with scientific consensus or psychology, it's different fields who are authorities on the matter.
But you don't even accept the scientific consensus.
Oh, wait, are you going to be careful here?
Do you think the Earth is young or old?
Yeah, I think exegetically I can prove to you young Earth creationism is wrong, and the Earth is old. And in fact, I think in 2020 it would prove theistic evolution.
Have any meaning and dual meanings. So how would you prove that?
Yeah. So what's my theory of meaning, right? How do I figure out the meaning of phrase or sentence?
Back to the meeting.
So you're telling me that you can prove to me
I'm saying
that the Bible says that the Earth is old.
No idea what.
Yes.
What do you mean by prove?
I mean linguistically. I can show that to you. Culturally, I can show that to you.
No. What do you mean by the word prove?
I mean, based on the historical grammatical method, in the same way that we would understand Plato's dialogues or Xenophon's writings.
So, that being said, folks, since I'm recording, I think I'll...
it just sounds like
people
you're just
commenting.
saying that you can
have 2 people listening.
evidence.
Can't believe I've got to 47 minutes.
You're asking me.
Vladimir's back. On retention.
Quite
link work.
intelligently
Deleted if it didn't. No, I didn't get any link from you.
by asking me if I was a young Earth
Deleted if it
creationist.
didn't. The
And I'm
black
not.
square is on exhibit in Australia. I sent a link
Now, how would I
about it
prove
to
that
you.
from
Through email, maybe?
Genesis 1:1? First of all, it says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." That is what it's called in Hebrew.
So now
Grammar.
Vladimir didn't get any link to anything.
It's like saying everything from your head to your toe. Everything, name anything in between.
Well, Ron,
It's between the head and the
you
toe.
will when I'm
So,
closer to
right
done.
there in Genesis 1.
But it's so
everything
weird. I
is
think I woke
already
up too
materially
early, so I'm
created.
gonna.
And so all of
Pop
the
off.
days that come afterward
And,
are
thanks for listening.
not material
Have a good
creations.
one.
They're talking about ordering.
Bye.